In this video, I will tell you about making this simple 2D geometry, and for this I'll start with rectangle tool. So I'll go to the draw panel and I'll select this rectangle tool. Now click at a point and enter the length and width of rectangle. So I'll type at and the length 12, comma, the height 4 and press enter. So there we have it, the first base rectangle. Now once again we need to add another rectangle, and for that I'll go to the rectangle tool, and again this time we can start from any point, but now I'll select any random point somewhere outside that geometry, somewhere over here, and once again I'll select at. The length is 8.2, which is also the diameter of the largest circle which you see on the top, and the height of this rectangle will be 9.9. Now this 9.9 height is actually derived by subtracting the total height of 18, as you can see there in the diagram, minus 4, the height of a smaller rectangle, and minus the radius of largest circle of diameter 8.2. Well, there we have it. Now I'll select this geometry. I'll go to move tool, click on this midpoint and move it to this midpoint. So there we go. Now we can add the remaining circles. So I'll go to circle, go to this midpoint and click on this one, because we already know that this length is 8.2, so the diameter of this circle will be 8.2. I'll go to circle, click on the center point, and now I'll add the radius 2.4. For the second circle, press enter again, and now we have the diameter 3.6. so let's select the diameter in this case. So I'll go to diameter option and now enter the diameter of 3.6, and there we have the third one, the third circle. Alright, so we've added a lot. Now let's add other geometries. So before adding other geometries, I'll actually trim some of the parts which are not required. So I'll go to trim, press enter, and I'll trim this part. So here we have two overlapping geometries, so you need to click twice. Now I'll click on these two sides and I'll get rid of that, and select the line and erase it. Okay, so now we can add the remaining geometries, and for that I'll first explode this polyline so we can see that this is a complete polyline. Let's select it and click on this explode. So now this will break it into separate segments. Now go to offset and select an offset distance of 1 unit and press enter. Click on this line and click upwards. So that's the offset. And now go to the line tool again, and this time I'll click on this point. Now I'll go to the left side and you can see that I'm overlapping, so that's fine. Now type 2, press enter, move upwards and then enter a distance of 2.5 and press enter again. Well, we have the point from where we can make our circle. So I'll go to circle tool, select this point, and I'll make the circle with the diameter of 1.52. So let's select this diameter option and enter 1.52 as the diameter. Press enter again, and now go to the same point and enter the diameter of 2.4 or the radius of 1.2. And there we have it, the second circle. Now we can get rid of these reference lines. So this one is the first and this overlapping reference line. So we can just get rid of these two lines. Now you can make a mirror image of this on this side. So I'll select mirror, I'll select both of these circles, press enter, click on this point, the midpoint, and click upwards and press enter. So that's the mirror image. Alright, so up to this point everything seems normal. Let's now add the fillets. So let's go to fillet, go to radius and enter the radius value of 1.6 and press enter. I'll also select multiple option because we want to repeat the fillet. So now I'll go to this line and this line. The fillet is added, and you can also see that the command is still active because we selected multiple option. Now I'll select this line and this one, and there we have it, both the fillets. Now we need to only add the geometry which is here. For that I'll go to offset and I'll add the offset distance of 1.6 unit and press enter. Now click on this line, click inside this line and click inside, and also click on this circle and offset it towards this side. Well, there we have it. Now we have a lot of overlapping geometries. We'll get rid of that in a moment, but first let's add another offset. So I'll go to offset, and this time enter the offset distance of 4.8, press enter. Now click on this line and offset it upwards. Well, we have our shape, but we need to now trim some of the extra geometries. So I'll go to trim, press enter, and carefully trim the part which I am trimming. So just like this, trim everything which is additional here, and there it is. Well, we just left that part, so trim, enter, and then get rid of this. All right, so now select everything which is not required from this drawing along with this circle and these two lines, and get rid of that. And there we have it. We have our final drawing as per the requirement.